I hope you all are ready for this. It's going to be a shame if you're not. Well, sir, I'd like to say that in all the shows that I've done, maybe my English isn't the best. I got an English teacher looking at me down there. But I'll tell you one thing, this country music is the best, and we'll prove it to you tonight. We have a real good show for you. We have 2 recording stars in the group. We have a young girl that I guarantee you before too long will be a recording star. And I think right now would be the best time for you to greet a fine group of country musicians. They happen to be my own, and I'm very proud of them. Let's make welcome the Melody Boys. Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha, baby! It makes you feel good. The more applause makes us feel good too. We always like to start off our portion of the show with a real fine hoedown fiddle tune. Nobody in the world can do it any better than Brunswick's own. We call him the mayor of the new edition, and Mr. Arndolf won't hate us for that. Fiddlin' Joe Shewbridge, and one entitled Back Up and Push. Come on. Oh ho! Y'all didn't know you had fiddle players down here like that, did you? This feller is a plumber, that's right. He's a fine bass player. He used to play first base. Somebody hit him in the face with a line drive with a ball. And look what kind of a mess it did of his face. He can't help it. He can sing. This is his only chance he's going to get tonight to sing. So please make him feel good. No, seriously. This is a sad song, but it's a true one for Mark. It's entitled, I Didn't Jump the Fence. Because if I know Mark, he probably crawled underneath of it. All right, Mark Yontz. Let's welcome Mark Yontz, and I Didn't Jump the Fence.
Well, I ain't stole your fruit. Now don't tell me I steal. Now I ain't been in your yard. My tracks ain't on your ground. Your tree hung over my fence the night you weren't around. I didn't jump the fence. The fruit was offered free. I couldn't reach your apple if you just trimmed the tree. Well, sure, I know you're darling, but mister, where's your sin? She's the one got lonely, lonely. I didn't jump the fence. that wore it there the night that you were gone. Now don't show me your anger or shout I stole a kiss when she did all the walking. I didn't jump the fence when she did all the walking. I didn't jump the fence.
Hello, baby. Come on. That's a way to go. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so very much. That's good, too. I can't help that. You've been jumping the fence too much. That's what happened. Y'all hear me all right, don't you? Huh? Loud enough, all right. You just wasn't loud enough, all right? You have to do like Jimmy Dean. Get the mic inside of your mouth. That's the way he Not really. Jimmy's one of their greats. And they're just kidding about that. A lot of you in here have seen Jimmy here in Brunswick, haven't you? He is really a big star now. And he happens to be one of our buddies, and we're glad to call him our buddy. All right? All righty. Speaking of Buddy, this feller's named Buddy. He is a part-time member of the Melody Boys, and any time is a good time to have Buddy Armel with us. Buddy, and before we go any farther, we're strangers around here except down to the Moose. I guess most of you know by now that the Melody Boys and myself have been at the Brunswick Moose for, I believe, something like 23 years on Saturday night. And that's something, and we're there this Saturday night, every Saturday night. And to me, I belong to the Moose, and this happens to be one of the fine organizations in the world. And in Brunswick is one of the finest of all the Moose. Believe me when I tell you that. It is the very best. And we're proud to be there. Let's start from over here to my left. Let's see, your right, my left. Look this way. Here's, let's see. Yeah, he's the youngest. I started saying Mark was, I know. This is the youngest member of the Melody Boys. When I say young, by age. Well, he's been with the Melody Boys, what, 3-4 years, Jim? Going on 5. And I hope it goes on 25. He'll be an old man then. This happens to be one of the fine steel guitarists in country music in this neighborhood. He's from Hagerstown, Maryland. And we want you to give him a nice welcome. You're first here. Jimmy Fuss! Take a bow, Jim. Red here comes from Winchester. Here's a fella, he's almost as old as I am. Almost. But I wish that someday the good Lord would give me the power to play the guitar like he does. I think he is the best. I've always thought he was the best in our whole section. You hear him come around and say, boy, that guy can really pick the guitar. I hear a lot of them say that. I still believe that Bud Armel is the best. Let's welcome Bud Armel from Winchester, Virginia. Now we have a feller from Charlestown. And there's no doubt about him being the best, because not only did I believe it, they're coming and telling me about it now. Somebody walked up to me this evening and said, Bill, do you have that drummer that plays with you, that Micky fella? He's the best I've ever heard. And you're going to hear him tonight, a little bit later on in their show. He's going to do a drum solo, and I won't have to back up on my words. And I want you to make him feel at home here at the Brunswick High School tonight, because he's a graduate of all kinds of ones. You went further in a high school. Oh, no, he's one of these highbrow college men, you know, masters and all that stuff, you know. No, he is probably got more education than all the rest of us put together. Not really. Let's make him feel at home. Warren Micky. Here's Jackie Vernon of the Melody Boys. No, sir. This, watch it now. Here is one of, I treasure as one of my best friends in the whole wide world. This feller not only is a good musician, he's been with the Melody Boys, I guess, longer than anyone standing up here, I believe. Is that right, Joe? 11 years. 11 fine years, because when you ask somebody to play the fiddle, it can't be done any better than Brunswick's Joe Shewbridge. Come on, let's hear it for Joe, huh? Here is the man. That's right, but you deserve to be introduced twice. Oh, you most certainly do. No, sir, here is the feller that wrecks them wherever he sings. In fact, no, you really wrecked them a while ago. No, they really like to hear Mark sing. And if we have time later on, we might squeeze out another song, Mark. Mark Yontz, give him another hand, huh? All right, now speaking of instrumentals, we talked about Bud playing the guitar, Jim Fuss on the steel guitar. You listen to this combination on a real old instrumental tune called the Wildwood Flower. Wherever there's a bunch of boys, you'll always find a girl or so. I am proud that you always find this little girl with the Melody Boys. I must tell you just a little something about her. She is twice national champion, female vocalist in country music. She won the national championship at Whippoorwill Lake in Warrenton, Virginia in 1964. She didn't go back to defend her championship for 65 and 66. She was asked by the Fauquier County, Virginia Junior Chamber of Commerce to return this past season, and she won for the second time. And I don't mind bragging about her because she happens to be my daughter. But I want to tell you something. Just because she's my daughter, that isn't what makes her the best. What makes her the best is she sings. Good neighbor, she sings. And she'll prove it to you tonight, because I think she doesn't have a cold. I hope she does. She usually does, but not tonight. So I think that you'll agree that this is one of the good country singers. Let's give a nice welcome to my 16-year-old daughter, Miss Patsy Peer.
Now I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. Oh yeah, I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. Well, they've got some cute little boys there, and I'm gonna get one. Yeah, I'll be standing on the corner, 4th Street and Vine. Oh yeah, I'll be standing on the corner, 4th Street and Vine. Yeah, with my Kansas City baby and a bottle of that Kansas City wine. Oh, or I might take a plane. But if I have to crawl there, I'll get there just the same. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Yeah, they've got some cute little boys there, and I'm gonna get me one. Or I might take a plane. But if I have to crawl there, I'll get there just the same. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Yeah, they got some cute little boys there. I'm gonna get me one. Oh yeah, they got some cute little boys there, and I'm gonna get me one. One more time now, they got some cute little boys there. I'm gonna get me one.
Yeah. When a pretty girl sings a pretty country song, it has to be one of the great hits that was recorded. In fact, what really made Dolly Parton a big star. Patsy Peer to sing her version of I've Lived My Life and I'm Only 18. Really, she's only 16. All right?
I left the country for the city. Thought I was smart, but I was silly. I should have known I'd get in trouble. I've lived my life and I'm only 18. I met a boy and learned to love him. I would have done anything for him. I loved him more than anything I've ever seen. I've lived my life and I'm only 18. Only 18, but it's all over. I ruined my life, leave my lover. I let him have me, he made me cry, then said goodbye. I've lived my life and I am only 18. Only 18, but it's all over. I ruined my life, leave my lover. I let him have me, he made me cry, then said goodbye. I've lived my life and I am only 18. I've lived my life and I am only 18.
Hi, there's Patsy. That was supposed to be it right now for Patsy, but she said, Daddy, she said, there must have been 25 people asked me to sing one certain song. We wasn't going to do it. In fact, the matter coming down the road tonight, she said, Daddy, I'd rather not sing. It's funny because mostly when somebody has a special song that makes them a hit, they usually want to sing it. but I guess maybe there's such a thing as getting tired of a song. Twice this has made Patsy Peer the national champion, this particular song. We owe a lot of thanks to a lot of people for her being the national champion. One of my best friends, the late Eddie Matherly, was one of her best promoters, and I want to thank him if he's looking down from up above, because we really thought there was nobody like Eddie, especially Patsy. I know you've heard this song before because there used to be a girl in our band that performed with the Melody Boys all around, and especially at the Brunswick Moose for 5 years. It also made her a big star. And, of course, you will know who it is when Patsy Peer sings for all these people that asked for it, Walking After Midnight. All right?
Go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you will be somewhere out walking after midnight, searching for me. I walk for miles along the highway, well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I go out walking after midnight, searching for you. I love to see a weeping willow crying on a pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the nights are gloomy, night whispers to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I'd love to see a weeping willow crying on its pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the nights are gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you will be somewhere out walking after midnight, searching for me.
Let's hear it for Patsy Peer. Oh, yeah. We have a big show tonight, our portion, because we have lots of extra added attractions. Before we bring on our first recording star of the night, here is that fine drum solo that I promised you by Warren Micky. Wait, you not ready? You got news for me? Oh, you got to crank it up there. He's ready. All right. All right, as the Melody Boys play, and we'll drop out of the picture, and he'll have the lead all by himself. All right?
That's fine.
God, he plays them, don't he? I told you he would. Better not let me down. No, not really. He never will. I still think he's the best. Here's a young boy, a good-looking fella. I call him a poor man's Elvis Presley. He used to do rock and roll music, and he's seen the light. He started singing country music, and now he has a big record. I don't think he's going to sing the record, because he likes to sing some of the old standards. We're proud to have him join us in our show tonight. He records for Major Records, and he is a major in his own right. He's from Martinsburg, West Virginia. He has majored in country music. I really believe so. Let's make him welcome tonight. Recording artist Buddy Kay. Bring on Buddy Kay.
Wait a minute.
Well, look yonder captain coming down that railroad track. Yeah, now look yonder captain coming down that railroad track. It's that orange blossom special bringing my baby back. Well, look yonder, baby. Look yonder, far as you can see. Yeah, look yonder, baby. Look yonder, far as you can see. It's that big black train bringing my baby back to me. Hey! Well, now I know you love me, woman, love me almost all the time. Yeah, now I know you love me, woman, love me almost all the time. But my woman's coming back on that cross that line. Well, now look yonder, captain. Look yonder, far as you can see. Well, now look yonder, captain. Look yonder, far as you can see. It's that big fool woman, just as honest as she can be.
Hey, come on, let's hear it for Buddy. Man, he put them things. Let's move them up a little bit higher. All right? Buddy does a good job. Golly, Ned, where'd everybody go? Buddy does a good job on ballads, country ballads. And he is a great lover of, like all of us are, of the late, great Hank Williams. And of course, I don't know how many people realize this, but this is the #2 song in the Country Music Hall of Fame. How many of you would... Is anybody in the room down here, country music musicians, know what the greatest country song that ever recorded is? What's the name of it? The greatest one in the world. More records sold than any other country song.
Santa Claus.
No. This is right. And the feller that recorded it was Governor Jimmy Davis. And he wrote it about his wife. And it must have been 75 million records made. It was called You Are My Sunshine. Remember that? Sure you do. Kids don't, no. Grown-ups do. Especially if you're 50 years old. Don't you, Mark? You remember it. Yeah. The #2 song was recorded by the late, great Hank Williams. And it's called Your Cheatin' Heart. Here's Buddy Kay to sing for it.
Cheatin' heart will make you weep. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You toss around and you call my name. You're gonna walk the floor the way that I do. Your cheating heart is gonna tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you're gonna toss around and you call my name. You're gonna walk the floor, honey, the way that I do. Your cheating heart is gonna tell on you.
What the? Way to go, buddy. That's fine. Yeah, it is. That's fine, buddy. Buddy, we're glad you come to see us.
I want to hope you...
And wait a minute. Hey, you ain't doing it. Oh, ho! No. He's going to sing you a pretty waltz. This brings out the pretty in his voice.
I'd like to do this one for all the elderly.
All the elderly people? Yeah. We don't have any tonight.
Okay, all the young.
I see a lady down there who's 73 years young. We don't have any elderly.
I'm sorry, Mom.
No, sir. No ladies are over 21 and no men are over 39. Ain't that right, Mark? Here's Buddy Kay in a real pretty waltz. It's the state song for the state of Tennessee. That's right. The Tennessee Waltz. Right?
I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee Waltz when an old friend I happened to be. Baby, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember that night at the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. The night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee waltz. I remember that night at the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee Waltz.
Come on, let's have a nice hand for Buddy Kay. Buddy Kay. And a baby, Buddy. Take a bow, Buddy Kay. Buddy Kay. Come on out here. Take another bow, Buddy. You did a good job. Buddy Kay, let's hear it. Thank you very much. That's fine, Buddy. Thank you for coming down. We have a little favorite instrumental of Buddy and Jim. They're thrashing it out over there right now. and we'll take it to the mill tomorrow. Huh? I think they're trying to figure it out. We know what it is. I know who I am. You all know who you are. Mark? Oh, no. Brings out the good in the melody, boys. We have to play this one to keep us honest every once in a while. It's called Preacher. All right? Preacher.